Do you ever feel that fear of letting go, or you wonder if you can truly trust yourself and the universe with your potential? If you're a mama who craves to surrender control and live in alignment with your higher self, then a huge welcome to you and welcome to the manifestation experiment. In the manifestation experiment, I have made a commitment to learn how to surrender completely and trust that everything I desire, everything that was meant for me, is already on its way. Each morning, I've made a commitment to meditate in silence, and I ask my higher self one question. And that question is, what do I need to know today? What would my higher self need to tell me today? And from there, I just try to stay in that state of surrender throughout the day. As you know from yesterday, it's not simply about meditating for 5 minutes. It's not just starting the day with a meditation. It's using that strong connection between you and your higher self, your intelligence, universal intelligence, remaining connected, tethered to that intelligence throughout the day in order to live in a state of abundance, in order to live in a flow state. And for that, you need to trust. And this is what the manifestation experiment is all about. So if that resonates with you, then make sure you comment below. You let me know that you're in. Drop a love heart emoji if you feel called to join this journey of surrender. Now, I want to share some insights that came through from the meditation this morning. What I've realized is rather than completing the podcast episode straight away afterwards, I'll meditate and I'll think about it. And almost like the intelligence will come to me throughout that morning. So I'm now recording this at a later point. Now, as I was sitting there for 7 minutes while my eggs were boiling, this is so ironic, by the way, when you hear what came through. So I'm sitting, meditating. I'm just clearing my mind. I'm just switching off. And what came through? Well, it was a message. It was just this insight. You need to do a water fast today. And only now I'm laughing because I realised I was looking forward to those boiled eggs when I finally broke my fast at lunchtime. It's nothing new to me. Fasting is nothing new to me. I do it for health reasons. But fasting is also very much about spirituality, especially if you go into extended fasts. Disclaimer, don't go on a fast without consulting your doctor, obviously. But for me, the benefits of fasting are just, there's so many, okay? For your health, for your wellness, for your mental clarity, for your spirituality. So I was given the idea, you have to water fast today. And that wasn't a planned thing. I hadn't planned it. I hadn't geared up to do this. And I just said, okay, I'll do it. Normally, and I get why I have to do it. I get it. I understand it. It just came out of the blue. I understand it. And I think I'm getting the sense even more now that spirituality, meditation, fasting, these things all go hand in hand. So sometimes I have the tendency to snack. In fact, recently I would say I've definitely become more of a snacker over the past, say, couple of weeks. I don't know why. And it tends to happen for me when I'm feeling a little bit, maybe I'm going into the unknown with something. So it's a comfort thing, as I think it can be for many of us. And there's so many things in my day that I do for comfort that I don't need to do. So for example, normally I would sit down right now after I put my baby down for his first nap, and I'll have a black coffee. I'll have my lunch around about maybe 12:30 in the day, and I'll have my evening meal. But I have been snacking a lot recently, and that's definitely not good for the mind, the body, or the spirit. So, okay, that was the one message that came through for me. Well, there were two messages, but the first one was about the fasting. So water fast. Obviously, I have electrolytes and water every day anyway, so that's totally fine. I'm not gonna remove the electrolytes from the water. That will be fine. And I suppose I can have hot water instead of coffee, which is what I've done. But I totally understand why that came through as the message for today, because it's about extending yourself. That's the thing. When you start meditating, your higher self is going to give you exactly what you need, exactly when you need it. Your higher self wants you to be your best self. It's never going to push you way out with your comfort zone. You're only ever going to get what you can handle, no matter what's happening in your life. But if you want to continue to elevate, if we want to continue to expect the best, to be the best, to achieve our goals or dreams or ambitions, as you're an ambitious person here, you know that it's possible for you to have it all the things that you have in your heart that you want, that you know that you're capable of, but you just see that they're just slightly out of your reach and they're out of grasp for you. The only way that you're ever going to get there is by just gently stretching yourself every day and by taking the inspired action. And for me, it's a real pain because I don't really want to water fast today. I just want to sit down with a cup of coffee. I want to have eggs for my lunch. Hubby's going to have a lovely lunch today. I just want to have a nice, chilled, normal day. I've prepared for the evening meal. I was looking forward to that. That's not happening for me today. It could have happened for me today, but then I'm denying myself the chance to elevate and to reach my potential and expand myself to become the person I need to be. I wasn't planned. Things aren't always planned. And it's quite funny because that's the number one reason why I'm meditating is to let go of control. So I could say, oh no, I'll do that tomorrow instead. No, I'm listening to the divine guidance. I know it's for me. I know it's going to benefit me exponentially. And then it took me on to the second point of thought where I thought, well, okay, so you've been given a very easy, some would say, challenge. For some, this is going to be the hardest thing in the world, okay? But for me, with this challenge, I can look at this in two ways. I can say, well, you're an intermittent faster already, so it's not going to be that hard for you. Yeah, you're hungry right now, but it's more of an emotional hunger, I would say, than an actual, I'm certainly not very hungry and starving. I ate an evening meal last night around about 6 o'clock. Or actually, no, it was about 4:30. I had tea before bed last night. I am quite hungry. But it is what it is. I'm going to water fast for the day. And every time I feel that hunger, I can choose to say, I'm hungry. Or every time I feel like I want to eat something, because it's not always about hunger. Every time I feel like I want to eat something, I could say, oh, I'm so hungry. Why am I doing this? This is so hard. Or I could just say, I just thank you for the expansion. Thank you. Because we can only ever achieve the potential that we're ready to achieve, that we have the space for within us. If you're not the person who can deal with, who can cope with what comes with what you're looking for in life, if you don't have that within you, that strength already, if it hasn't been built up by yourself, then it's going to be very, very hard or even impossible for you to deal with everything that's going to come your way. I truly believe that whatever is on your heart, what you desire, it's yours. It's just a matter of whether or not you are willing to become the person who's ready to receive it. Because what I've learned and found in my life is that you can receive everything that your heart desires. You can receive the most incredible abundance in your life. But sometimes, and in fact, I'm not going to say too much, but it can come with huge responsibilities. It does come with huge responsibility. And you need to be ready for that. We all need to be ready for that. So I was first concerned that there would be nothing for me to talk about or meditate on. Now I'm like, there's going to be plenty. There's going to be plenty every single day. That one thing totally took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting that at all. Obviously, I had eggs cooking. The 7-minute timer went off, and I was like, okay. So the choice I have now is, how do I approach this? I know I'm going to do this. It can be easy or it can be hard. How do we make things easy? I am a qualified life coach, have been for many years. I decided to qualify as a master mindset life coach. And what would I tell a client who was in that position? I would say, well, you decide. How's it going to be for you? Is it going to be hard or is it going to be easy? Okay, it's going to be easy. So let's bring through some anchors for the things that are going to help it to become even easier for us today. So every time you think, okay, it's lunchtime, I'm ready to eat, or your body might say, oh, you know what, let's just give her a headache. Let's see if she thinks, oh, okay, maybe you'll have a headache and that will be an easy way out. Maybe you'll think, oh, I just need to eat something. Or no, how will you mitigate that? Well, you'll drink lots of water, stay hydrated. You'll keep tuned in. You'll try and meditate throughout the day. Just breathe. And every time it comes to that point in time, rather than making yourself busy, rather than trying to think of other things to do to fill the time so you're not thinking about it, you're going to show gratitude for the fact that you have all the beautiful, nutritious food, healthy food that you need. It's there. It's just that you're choosing to elevate yourself. And in that moment, instead, you're going to meditate. You're going to give thanks. You're going to offer your powerful, strong energy to anyone in the world who is actually feeling hungry right now and they can't. They don't have the resources to feed themselves. And you're sending that powerful energy to them. And you're using this as an opportunity to be grateful and give some of that beautiful energy to others. Because it all makes a huge difference. And you may not realize that, but it's true. So that was today's main key point that I wanted to focus on. And if you're inspired to join me in this experiment, please share what's coming up for you in the comments, because I'd absolutely love to connect with you. Maybe you're also feeling that struggle of releasing control or hearing something new from your higher self. Let's open the space up for reflection together here in the comments or over on Instagram at Mrs. Manifestation _. Now, just remember as well, as you're working to embody this sense of trust throughout the day, then use tools, as I mentioned, like mindful breathing to stay connected and release any nervous energy. Use water, fresh air, ground yourself, breathe. Remember that this journey is about being present, and it's about eliminating the constant over-analyzing that we're used to. If you're working on this too, tell me in the comments how you anchor yourself back to a state of flow, because I am open to learning from absolutely everyone who has something to share. And also, if you really want to help guide your own manifestation journey, then don't forget to download my free Perfect Day audio guidebook and planner. You can find it below in the links, or if you're on Instagram, then via the link in the bio. It's designed to help you to map out your dream life or your dream day and stay inspired to trust the process, and throughout that day, create your perfect day every day. So don't forget that trusting and surrendering is not easy, especially for us mamas. We're used to holding it all together. We're used to the nervous energy, but I promise it's so powerful. If this message today made you think or it inspired you, then I'd love you to share it with a friend who needs to hear that it's okay to let go. Let's build a support community here in the comments. This is what we're here for. And also, I want to remind you to follow along for my daily reflections. I'm sharing Monday to Friday, 5 days a week. And I want to continue on the manifestation experiment here with you. We're learning, we're growing, we're manifesting in ways that we never thought possible, but we need to be ready to receive. So we need to get ourselves in the peak state of being ready. So if today's insights touched your heart, then comment below and tell me how you're feeling, or just drop a love heart emoji to show that you're here on this path with me and the others who are joining. And don't forget, download the Perfect Day audio guidebook to dive deeper into what it's going to take to become your best self and have your perfect day every day. Let's keep surrendering and trusting in the magic of the universe. Sending so much love, and I'll see you in the next episode.